I'm Stacy Adams with Sunshine Cottage School for Deaf Children in San Antonio, Texas. I'd like to take a moment to share with you an articulation app that we've created called Speech That Works. This is the home screen for the Speech That Works app. On the home screen, you'll notice two different areas. There's a student area and a guest area. The guest area gives you quick access to all of the activities within Speech That Works. Super Segmentals provides activities for duration, intensity, and pitch. Simply click on the area you're wanting to target and the goals will appear below. Let's look at two-element patterns. Many of the activities within the Super Segmentals area are very engaging for young students. Simply click on the frogs and the frogs will jump, eliciting a production of ah, ah, looking for two short productions. Here you'll notice there's a frog and a ball. When you click on this picture, the frog will jump and the ball will roll, eliciting a short production followed by a long production of ah, ah. We tried to make super segmental activities as engaging as possible for young students. Every activity within Speech That Works will give you the opportunity to collect data on the screen. Simply click on the green check mark for correct productions and the red X for incorrect productions. When you click on each picture, the picture will provide an example of the target word or target sound within each activity. Also, you can record your own voice or the voice of a student and play it back. On each screen, you'll notice a question mark. When you click on the question mark, instructions for that activity will appear. Below the instructions, there are often notes on further ways to elicit the behavior or additional activities you may want to do in therapy. We've also included activities for vowel sounds. This is our Vowel Honeycomb. Each of the vowel sounds has 4 levels: isolation, repetitions, alternations, and words. While many of you are familiar with isolation and word levels, you may be unfamiliar with repetitions and alternations. Speech That Works incorporates the ideas and theories of Daniel Ling. Daniel Ling targeted repetitions and alternations to practice motor planning for speech sound productions. The goal of repetitions and alternations is to be able to produce the sound in rapid succession with automaticity and ease. Automaticity is important so that students can think about what they want to say rather than how they need to produce their sounds within their message. For isolation, you'll notice that there's just a single picture on the screen eliciting the isolation of the vowel sound. For this sound, it would be ooh. Again, you'll notice the data collection bar on the side so that you can easily track your data, and again, you can record and play back the student's voice or your voice. The question mark will provide the instructions for the activity. Repetitions is where we're looking for rapid succession of the speech sound production. Here we're looking for producing the sound with automaticity. The goal of repetitions is to produce each sound in rapid succession at a rate of 12 syllables per one breath. You can use the bar on the side to track the number of syllables the student has produced. Ooh, 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 ooh. Once you get to 12 syllables, the sound would be considered mastered. Alternations is allowing the student motor practice on alternating between vowels in rapid succession. Again, you'll use the same data bar on the side to collect your data. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Generally, each sound in Speech That Works will contain 20 targets per sound, beginning with single-syllable words and moving to multisyllabic words. Again, you can click on the picture to hear the word produced, and you can use the data collection bar to keep track of your data and record and play back your voice or the student's voice. This is our Consonant Pond. The consonants are listed in developmental sequence around the edge of the pond, beginning with P and ending with final blends. You'll notice at the end of each colored stone area are the alternations. Let's first look at M. You'll notice that we have activities for isolation, single syllable, repetitions, words, phrases, and sentences. Single-syllable production is just looking for the sound produced with a variety of vowels. Ma, me, moo, mouse. Now we'll move on to repetitions. We're looking for automaticity of that speech sound production. So we're looking for 12 syllables on one breath. So we're expecting the student to say ma, 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 ma. Me, 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 me. So that they produce that motor plan for the sound and they're not having to think about how to produce M every time they want to produce an M within their sentence. For the word level, we have it divided into initial, medial, and final position. This is initial position for M. Again, we start with single syllable words and move towards multisyllabic words. Here's our phrase generator. For the phrases, you can select a person, a color, and then the target word is listed at the end so that the student is expected to produce the phrase, Grandpa's red milk. Students really like using the phrase generator and think it's fun to create some very silly phrases. We also love this generator because it works on the possessive noun at the beginning of the phrase. There are several ways that you could use the sentence level. First, you could have the student simply read the sentence at the bottom of the screen or repeat the sentence after you. The monster ate macaroni. You'll notice that there are 2 target words within each sentence. Another way that you can do this is to have the student select one picture and create their own sentence with that picture. The student may say, I thought there was a monster in my closet. The final way that you could do this is to have the student create a sentence that contains both of the words. The student may say, the monster ate all of my macaroni at dinner. At the end of each colored area are alternations. These are the alternations for P, M, H, N, W, and B. If the student has truly mastered these sounds, they should be able to produce these sounds easily together in words. So again, we're looking for automaticity of speech production. Remember, you're only looking for 12 syllables on one breath. Here's the target, happy baby. Happy baby is 3 syllables, so we would only expect the student to produce the target 4 times. Happy baby, happy baby, happy baby, happy baby. If they produced each of the speech sounds correctly within the alternation and produced it with ease and automaticity, this target would be considered mastered. Our app also includes pre-vocalic R and all of the vocalic R sounds. You'll notice that they're each separated here and can be targeted in words, phrases, or sentences. Speech That Works also includes the S, L, and R initial blends. Each blend is listed separately so that you can only target the ones that you need. Each blend can be targeted at the word, phrase, or sentence level. Another feature that makes Speech That Works different than other apps on the market is that we've included final blends in the app. Oftentimes, we don't target the blends that occur at the end of the words, but we know that often we add morphological markers to the end of the words to change the meaning of words, and so producing these sounds is very important for language purposes. The final blends are divided into continuant, 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 stop, stop, continuant, stop, stop, and complex blends. Let's look at continuant, continuant final blends. Here you'll notice 2 continuant sounds at the end of each word, such as roofs, reefs, and chefs. You'll notice how that plural S is important for language purposes, and it's important to target being able to produce those complex blends at the end of words. The complex final blends will have 3 consonant sounds at the ends of the words, such as builds, folds, and holds. Again, we all know how important that final Z sound is for language purposes for third-person singular verbs. We've also included some fun activities to make therapy more natural and engaging for the student. Here we have nursery rhymes. Simply click on your target sound, hit start, and a variety of nursery rhymes that provide auditory bombardment for that sound will appear. You can sing these songs in therapy, as well as print out the lyrics to send home for practice. Click play and you'll hear the nursery rhyme play for you. We've also included a matching game. Here you'll see all of the consonant sounds. The consonants can be worked on in the initial, medial, and/or final position of the words during this activity. Here we'll work on M in all positions of words. Simply click on the cards to turn them over. We like to have the student say each word as they turn the card over for practice. As you find a match, the cards disappear. Each time you play a matching game, the cards will be in a different order or there may be different targets. So each game is a new game and the student cannot memorize where the cards are located. This is the About Speech That Works area. Here, you'll find answers to questions you may have about the program or about the theories and ideas of Daniel Ling. Now let's enter the student area. This is the area that I use on the most regular basis. The student area allows you to enter student data and to save that student's goals and data from therapy sessions. So let's create a student, John Smith, and enter his date of birth. You can also enter email addresses so that you can send data to parents or teachers or to yourself. You'll simply want to select the goals for your student, as well as the level you'd like to target that sound. When you're finished, simply click Save. Now John Smith is saved to my student area. When John comes to therapy, I simply click on his name, and I quickly have access to all of his articulation goals. While we're in therapy, I can collect the data and now have the opportunity to hit Save. Here I can save John's data to his profile, where I can view it later. At the bottom of the screen, it will ask if John has mastered the sound. Once you've worked on a goal for several sessions in therapy, it will show up to 5 past sessions so you can determine if the student has mastered the goal. Once you hit Mastered, it removes the goal from the student's profile. Within the Student section, you also have the opportunity to create and save notes. Simply click on the notepad, and you could create a note about a behavioral observation or something that affected the performance in therapy that day. This note will be saved with the data from that session. You can also view and create reports within the student area. Simply click on the Reports button at the bottom of the screen, and you can view all of John's past data. You can sort it by date or sort it by sound to make reporting easy for you. You can send the reports via email or via a CSV. You can also sort your data by selecting a start date and an end date, making it easy to see data for every 9 weeks or every grading period. If you need to edit John's goals, simply click Edit, the areas that you want to target, and hit Save again. These new goals will be added to the Students' Goals section. Oftentimes, you may be doing group therapy with students that do not have the same articulation goals. Speech That Works makes group therapy easy. Select the students who will be participating in your session. Select the student that you wish to go first. Select one of their goals and hit Start Session. Collect the data for that student and then save the data. Now it's the next student's turn. Click on the next student, that student's goal for the day, and you can collect data for that student. Again, hit Save. You'll save that data for that student, and it will take you back to the student summary screen, where you can switch students again and choose a new goal. This feature makes planning for group therapy much easier. We hope that you find Speech That Works to be another useful tool in your therapy toolbox. We would love to hear from you. Simply click on the people in the top left of the screen. Thanks for watching our Speech That Works video demonstration. I'm Stacey Adams with Sunshine Cottage School for Deaf Children in San Antonio, Texas.